All right, diving right in, folks. Today's deep dive, it's all about Alpha Data Academy, or ADA, as I hear the cool kids call it.
ADA. Yep.
We've got a whole treasure chest of materials you sent over course descriptions, what they're aiming for with their program, even a sneak peek at how they approach teaching.
I was impressed. Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
Seriously. And it has me super curious about what kind of data wizards they're creating over there.
It does seem like they're laser focused on prepping students for the real deal, the actual world of data analytics.
Absolutely. Right off the bat, their mission statement is impressive, training top-tier talent for the global market, helping them snag those awesome data jobs everyone's after, and staying ahead of the curve on all the data trends.
Right. Ambitious for sure.
But what hooked me, it's their focus on accessibility. They're not just catering to the computer science whizzes, they're welcoming everyone with open arms, regardless of background.
That's what I found so fascinating. Yeah. ADA is potentially changing the face of the industry by opening it up to people from such diverse fields with all sorts of experience levels.
You're so right. Just imagine the fresh ideas, the innovative solutions that could pop up when you have artists and historians brainstorming with, like, statisticians and coders.
Absolutely. It's mind-blowing when you think about it.
Totally. Now, where things get really interesting is how they teach. They seem to have this magic formula for blending hands-on learning with a rock-solid academic foundation.
Yeah, it's a tough balance to strike, but it's so important.
Totally.
In data analytics, you need both that deep theoretical understanding and the practical chops to actually make things happen.
So true.
And ADA seems to get that. Their focus on using real-world cases is a smart move.
Like those specializations they have, right?
Yeah.
Modern time series analysis and NLP.
Exactly.
Natural language processing, for those who aren't up on the data lingo.
Right.
But these aren't just trendy buzzwords. They have some serious real-world applications.
No, absolutely not. Think about it. Predicting customer behavior, using AI to automate all sorts of tasks, even those personalized recommendations you get on your streaming services, that's all powered by time series analysis and NLP.
Wow. Okay, so ADA is giving its students a front row seat to all these cutting-edge technologies.
Yeah, and more than that, they're not just teaching data analytics. They're giving students a glimpse into the future,
It's like a backstage pass to what's next.
Okay.
Okay, let's get back to the basics for a sec.
Yeah.
How does ADA actually define data analytics?
They take a pretty broad view. They see it as any method you can use to understand and use data for various purposes. It's not just about number crunching.
Right.
It's about extracting meaning from the data, using it to solve problems, drive innovation, make those informed decisions.
I like that. Okay, so that's a pretty wide umbrella.
For sure.
But within that, ADI seems to have two core goals that they're really honed in on.
Yeah. The first one is creating those innovative solutions to make customer service better. Think about how companies use data to personalize your experience. Those you might like recommendations, or even anticipating your needs before you even realize you have them.
Right, it's all about making things easier and more intuitive for us, the users.
Exactly.
Like, what's the second goal?
Using data to make smarter decisions, more quantitative decisions in every part of a business, production, operations, marketing, you name it.
Wow, okay.
They're essentially saying data should be the driving force behind every major decision, influencing strategy, informing every single department.
Data as the heartbeat of a business. I like that. But ADA is upfront about this not being a walk in the park. Actually putting data analytics into practice, especially in production and those busy business environments, that comes with its own set of hurdles, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You need a diverse set of skills. It's not just about technical know-how. You need that ability to solve problems, communication skills, and the ability to bridge that gap between insights from data and the strategies businesses can actually use.
It's not just about being a data whiz. It's about being a well-rounded data pro who sees the whole picture.
Exactly.
Which leads us to the big question. How does ADA actually equip students with the skills to tackle these challenges? What's their secret sauce?
One of the key ingredients is their focus on domain knowledge.
Okay.
They recognize that to really analyze data effectively, you got to understand the context, the industry, the specific business problems, even those little quirks within the data itself.
So it's not just about learning the tools, it's about learning how to use them in the real world in a specific setting.
Exactly. And they give this great example with their natural language processing specialization.
Right.
It's not just about teaching students how to build algorithms. It's about understanding how language itself works, how people communicate, and how that knowledge can be used to create more effective AI solutions that really understand the nuances.
So they're weaving in linguistic knowledge into AI development.
Yeah, that's right.
It sounds like they're really trying to create data pros who are not only technically skilled, but also have this deeper understanding of the human element behind the data.
Absolutely.
That's fascinating. What else stands out to you about how they build that data analytics skill set?
Well, from my experience leading data teams, I can confidently say that coding is absolutely essential for anyone who wants to be a data
It's
analyst.
a must-have, okay?
And ADA doesn't shy away from that at all.
So they're making sure their students are comfortable getting their hands dirty with code no matter what their background is.
Precisely. They understand that coding can be a real barrier for some, especially for those coming from non-technical backgrounds. So they're committed to providing that foundation, empowering their students to become those independent, versatile data professionals that everyone's looking for.
I like that. And I'm curious, what kind of data are we even talking about here? What are these future data ninjas actually learning to work with?
ADA highlights three main types of data that you see everywhere in business:
Okay.
table data, text data, and image data. They want their graduates to be fluent in all three.
Okay, hold on. I always thought data was all about those neat rows and columns, like one giant Excel spreadsheet.
Right.
What's the deal with text and image data?
Well, think about it. Text data is all around us. Emails, those social media posts, customer reviews you see online, articles, even medical records.
Okay, yeah, see that.
It's a gold mine of insights,
Right,
but you have to analyze it in a completely different way than that traditional table data.
totally. And what about image data? Is that like analyzing photos and videos?
Exactly. Think about all the information packed into images. Everything from, what customers prefer based on product photos to medical diagnoses that doctors make from scans. Image data analysis is a booming field with just incredible potential.
Wow, mind officially blown. So 80 is training their students to not only work those numbers in a spreadsheet, but to pull meaning from words and pictures, too.
That's the goal.
That's so cool.
They want their grads to be able to tackle any data challenge that comes their way, regardless of the format or how complex it is.
Okay, you've sold me. Let's take a closer look at the courses that actually make up this data wrangling boot camp, shall we?
Let's do it. Dive into the curriculum.
All right, first up, Introduction to Data Analytics. Fundamental principles with practical use cases.
Right.
That title's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But what are some of the key takeaways for students in this course?
It's all about building that solid foundation.
Yeah.
Introducing students to those core concepts of data analytics and then immediately putting those concepts to work using practical, real-world examples.
Okay, so no boring lectures and abstract theories. They're getting their hands dirty right from the start.
Right away.
I like it. Okay, what's next on the syllabus?
SQL databases and SQL programming.
Okay.
Here, students learn the language of data SQL, structured query language.
Right.
This allows them to talk to and pull insights from those relational databases.
Okay.
It's a fundamental skill for anyone working with structured data.
Makes sense. And then we've got Tame Your Data with Python. Fundamental Python course with illustrations in data analytics.
Yeah.
Okay, I love how ADA gets a little playful with their course title.
Which catchy.
But this hints at something really important.
Yeah.
They're clearly trying to make this accessible. You don't have to be a coding whiz to get started with data analytics.
Right.
How do you think this focus on accessibility might change the industry as a whole?
It's a game changer, really. By making Python approachable for beginners, ADA is opening up the data analytics world to a much wider range of talent. And as we talked about before, that diversity of perspectives is so crucial for driving innovation and finding those creative solutions to those tough data challenges.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got our intro course, the SQL deep dive,
Yeah.
and now we're taming data with Python.
Yeah.
What's next in this data-driven odyssey?
Next, we're diving into the world of time series analysis essential,
Ooh.
which is part of their modern time series analysis specialization.
Time series analysis. That sounds intimidating.
It does, but
Break it down for us. What's that all about?
okay, think of it this way. You're working for, let's say, a streaming service, and you want to predict what shows users are most likely to binge watch next.
Okay, I'm listening, yeah.
That's where time series analysis comes in.
Okay.
It's all about understanding trends and patterns that happen over time, and then using that knowledge to predict the future.
So it's not just crunching numbers. It's about using those numbers to tell a story about the past and then, like, predict what's going to happen next.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And ADA doesn't just teach you the formulas. They show you how those formulas can help you understand, like, viewing patterns and make
like that.
recommendations that keep people glued to their screens.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
Absolutely. ADA's approach to time series analysis is all about making it relevant and applicable to real-world scenarios. They go beyond the theory and equip students with the skills to use these powerful techniques to solve real business problems, the problems businesses face every day.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered the fundamentals, we've learned SQL, we've caned Python, and we've predicted the future with time series analysis.
Yeah.
What other data wrangling secrets does ADA have in store for its students?
Next up, we step into machine learning with Introduction to Machine Learning and Practical Use Cases in Predictive Analytics.
Ooh, machine learning. That's the stuff of sci-fi
It
movies.
is. It is.
What are students learning in this course?
They're learning how to build and use algorithms that can learn from data, identify patterns, and make predictions without being explicitly programmed.
Oh, wow.
It's all about using the power of computers to automate decision-making and find insights that we as humans would never be able to uncover on our own.
So AD is giving its students the keys to a powerful engine that can drive innovation across industries.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal.
That's incredible. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. What comes after machine learning?
Next, we tackle big data with big data analytics with Apache Spark and illustrations in PySpark.
Okay.
This is where students learn to work with those massive data sets, the kind that are just way too big to process using those traditional methods.
Ah, big data, the elephant in the data analytics room.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So ADA is prepping its students to wrangle these data behemoths.
Exactly.
That's got to be a valuable skill in today's data-saturated world.
Absolutely. In today's world, businesses are collecting and generating more data than ever before. And to make sense of it all, you need special tools and techniques.
Right.
Apache Spark, with its ability to distribute data processing across multiple computers, is one of the most powerful tools a data analyst can have.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've gone from data newbies to SQL masters, Python tamers, time travelers, machine learning wizards, and now we're big data wranglers.
Yeah.
What else is on this action-packed syllabus?
We're almost at the end now.
Okay.
Next is data visualization with Power Tableau.
Oh, okay.
This is where students learn to take those fascinating insights they've pulled from data and transform them into compelling visual stories that can really inform decision-making and drive action.
Data visualization. That's where the magic happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to have all these numbers and insights, but it's a whole other thing to present them in a way that's engaging, persuasive, and easy to understand. It's like taking raw data and turning it into a work of art.
I love that analogy.
Grow, right?
And AD recognizes that effective data visualization is as much a science as it is an art.
Yeah.
They teach their students how to choose the right charts and graphs, tell compelling stories with data, and create those impactful visualizations that communicate complex information in a way that's clear and easy to grasp.
Okay, so we're almost at the finish line. What's the final hurdle for these data superheroes in training?
The last course is interview training for a data job.
Oh, smart.
ADA doesn't just equip students with the technical skills, they also prepare them for the real world of job hunting in that competitive data analytics field.
That's awesome. You can have all the skills and knowledge in the world, but if you can't communicate your value and nail that interview, you're not going to land that dream data job.
You're not going to get very far, no.
So AD is making sure their students are ready to impress those potential employers and really showcase their data superpowers.
Yeah, exactly. They cover everything from resume building and how to present your portfolio to mock interviews and even salary negotiation.
Wow.
They're leaving no stone unturned to help their graduates launch those successful data careers.
So it's not just about what happens in the classroom. It's about setting students up for success in the real world.
That's right.
That's impressive. It sounds like ADA has built a really comprehensive program. It covers all the bases, from the basics to advanced techniques, and even preps them for their careers.
They really have.
We've covered a lot here, from ADA's mission and how they approach teaching to their unique take on skill building and that impressive list of courses. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to step back for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
We've talked about the what and the how of ADA's data analytics program, but what about the why? Why should someone choose ADA over all the other data analytics programs out there? What makes their grads stand out from the crowd?
That's a great question, and it really gets to the heart of what makes ADA so special. It's not just about the technical skills, it's about the mindset they instill in their students. They're not just creating data analysts, they're creating data-driven thinkers,
Okay.
problem solvers, innovators.
So it's not just about the tools they have, it's about how they use those tools to make a real impact.
Exactly. ADA grads are equipped to go beyond just analyzing data. They can think critically about it, understand its limitations, and use it responsibly and ethically.
It sounds like ADA isn't just training data pros, they're shaping the future of data-driven decision-making.